Dee, what are you doing?
I'm finding my next place where I can visit and go for a solo trip again. So recently I went to US and I basically went there because Lulu and Sky wanted to take me for the fashion week. But since I was going all the way to US, I really wanted to extend my trip and experience everything there. And the problem that happened was all of my friends were either too busy or they couldn't take off or they didn't have the visa. Something else or the other kept happening. My parents couldn't go with me. My brother was busy studying. My friends had some issue or the other, and I was really disheartened. I thought that maybe I should just go attend the fashion week and come back. But then I thought, why should that stop me? I'm a grown-up person, I'm independent, and why should just that thing stop me that nobody else is going with me? I can't be that dependent on people, right? So I thought of extending the trip and I thought of experiencing this entire trip on my own after New York, where I met other bloggers, and then I went to 3 other places and headed back to India, and it was an amazing experience. Initially I was a little scared and initially I thought, oh, I'm on my own, I might not enjoy the place as much, but by the end of the trip I had learned so many things about me, about other people, about their culture there, and about a lot of things. So I'm going to start talking about a couple of things that I'm sure that you guys are thinking about if you want to go for a solo trip, and let's clear out a little bit of your doubts. Firstly, I think it's really important for you guys to travel alone at least once in your life. You will learn a lot of things, and this trip was definitely one of my best trips. I'm sure you guys are thinking that is it safe when you're traveling abroad on your own? Yes, it is safe. Just make sure that you're aware of your surroundings, you're aware of who's there and what's happening, and you'll be conscious into the zone where you are. It's called being mindful. Actually, I'm reading a book about it. Secondly, if you're really scared to travel, that if you go abroad and who is going to be with you, and if you really want company, and if you're not comfortable with meeting random people and hanging out with them, I definitely am an introvert, and I am like an acting extrovert, because there are 3 types of people. There are introverts and there are extroverts, and there are acting extroverts, which is like my category. I've always been an introvert, but I'm telling myself to be an extrovert at all times, and I'm trying to be socially more connected with people. So if you guys are introverts and if you are scared that you won't be able to make conversations with random people, then for your first trip, like, let's start like with baby steps. So you figure out in what country do you have your family members or your friends or somebody that you know or you have met or you've been comfortable with, and you speak to them and you can hop onto their place and they can take you around. So from here you're gonna go to another country which is really far, and you're going to go to their place, and from there maybe on and off you can hop on to take a bus or a cab or just the local transportation and head out to places which you really want to see on your own. And taking those baby steps is going to make you really confident. For me, I asked my dad who all do we know in States, and we have my uncle and my aunt, and there are my Mossy's friends. So I hopped onto all of their houses and I started from after the New York Fashion Week. I went to Virginia, where I had my Mossy's best friend. Like, I've seen her when I was really young, and then I hopped on to my aunt's place, who I've just met once, and then I hopped on to her brother's place, who I've again just met I think once or twice. That is it. But this experience really helped me. I got to know my family, the extended family of mine, really well. B, because I was living there on my own and I did not have any other company from India who went with me. So I was actually right there in the zone, and I made conversations with everyone. I opened up to them. I wanted to understand how their life is there, and I actually got to know a lot of things about how people live in States. Secondly, a really cool thing about traveling alone is that you can do whatever you want to according to what you like, because when you go with a group of people, it's always really tough to find time to go out, because people get ready at different timings or they want to always do different things. So most of my trips, I feel like either I'm getting really late to go at different places and explore, or I'm just not doing things that I really want to do. But while I was doing this solo trip, it was really convenient for me because I could do anything I want to. I could take off anytime I wanted to, and I could do all the things which I really wanted to do. Also, if you're really into photography, a lot of people kind of ask me when they see so many pictures of mine on a solo trip that who clicks my pictures. Either there are the people who I meet on the trip, or there are people on the streets, or there are waiters, or any random person you can go and ask. I know it takes a little bit of courage to go to random people and ask for pictures, but they definitely are really nice and they will definitely help you. Other than that, whoever I was staying with helped me with pictures again. So yeah, I had a lot of options. It's not like if you're traveling solo, you're always alone on the street. You meet people and you make friends and you have other people around who you've gone to meet there. So like, yeah, you have like a lot of options for that. Solo travel also kind of makes you understand who you truly are as a person, and you know how confident you are, what are your weaknesses, what are you scared of, what are your insecurities. You find out a lot of things about you. That's why it's a beautiful experience. And I was really shocked to find out that I actually, I'm not like an introvert person anymore, because I was easily able to make conversations with the people who I went to, even though I just met them once long time back. But I was really friendly to them, they were really nice to me, and I could have amazing conversations with them. I really wanted to know about how they live, and if they've bought the houses, if they are on rent, or what's the best places to visit, or do they feel lonely there, or they have like a lot of friends, or how do they go about everything there as compared to the country we live in. Also, it really helps you in building your confidence, because once you've gone through all of these experiences on your own, you kind of get to know a lot of things about you, like I said, and that builds your confidence because you've been through all of these obstacles on your own, and you won't be scared of it anymore from the next time whenever you want to travel. And that is why it's really important. So take baby steps and figure out what you're scared of, what your insecurities are, and work on them. And I'm telling you guys, traveling solo was the best experience. This time I hopped onto different people's houses, and next time I really want to go and just do a trip on my own without anybody I know. Also, if you guys want to know one crazy experience which I had where I was alone and I felt a little scared, but it was all okay, is because I was basically taking multiple internal flights from one state to another, because I was in one coast and then I went to the other coast, so it was a little far. So I had connecting flight of Delta Airlines from Dallas to Atlanta to Boston. So the first flight got really delayed from Dallas to Atlanta, and I was about to miss my second flight, and I got really scared about being alone, and I did not want to sleep at the airport or wait for really long hours. So I went to the counter of Delta Airlines and I told them that I might miss my second flight. What do I do? So these guys said that we'll take responsibility for that because our flight is late, and that's why they said that we're going to check the next available flight and book you on that as well. But you have enough time to make it to your gate on this flight as well, on the next flight. So they kind of booked me on the third flight after that, which was really late because no other flight was available. And when I reached the Atlanta airport, I had rushed to my gate, but it was really far. I had to take a metro and rush to the other gate, and the minute I reached, everything was hurting, my legs were gone, but I missed my flight. And that was the first flight that I'd ever missed. This was my first experience of missing a flight, and I was alone in some other country. So then I gave a call to my uncle and I told him about it. He told me to go to the customer service center, and there I went. These guys told me that we can put you on the next available flight on the waiting if you really want to go back so early. Otherwise, you confirm for the late night flight. So I just waited there till the time everybody boarded the next flight, and there were 5 guys waiting before me to board the flight who were on the waiting list. And thankfully they announced my name and I took the flight, and then I figured out my luggage and it was already there in the baggage claim and I had to go and get it. So that was one experience. So now I know that next time I miss a flight, I don't have to be scared. I know these guys will take responsibility. I know what to do. I know where to go, and I experienced it all on my own. So it wasn't like I was dependent on anyone else. So it builds up your confidence. So this is like a little example, and you will have a lot of examples like these. When you travel on your own, you will learn a lot. So make sure that you guys travel and make sure that you have this experience at least once in your lifetime. It'll tell you a lot about yourself. And if there's anything else, you guys can comment down below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Aditi, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!